Hi, and welcome to Lady Boss Energy, the channel where our vibrations are high, our attitudes are positive, and kindness flows effortlessly. If you're tuning in, welcome. I appreciate you. Also, I do have to say that this video is for educational and entertainment purposes, even though there is nothing entertaining about what I'm about to show. These videos are to bring awareness and to let people who are on the same journey that I'm on, whether they're in the beginning of their journey or they're 35 years into their journey, to know they're not alone. So, all right, well, with that, let's go ahead and get straight into it.
So this is how you know you're in recovery addiction. Smoked a lot of Newports, watched Intervention, probably went through detox unless you did the subs, and even if you took them probably didn't feel like enough. You probably went to rehab so much that you got sick of it. You probably had a therapist and thought she was an idiot. Probably had to get your papers signed at all the meetings, packing into basements with barely any seating. You probably drank coffee and stood outside a church with no money to your name but a big old fucking purse. Probably had a sponsor and thought they were the best. Probably had to drag your ass through every single step. You probably had to deal with fucking using in your dreams. First step you probably truly did was step number 13. You probably caused some drama and had to make amends. You probably never thought you could have such amazing friends. You probably counted days and got your key tag as they cheered. You probably buried friends that you had had for fucking years. And you probably used to pray back then to be right where you stand. God grant me the serenity, accept the things I can. And if you're in recovery, you're stubborn as they come, cause I bet you did that process more than fucking once.
I can't stand you who like to judge people who struggle with addiction. Who the fuck are you? You want to judge someone because they struggle with alcoholism or drug addiction. Oh my God, they're a fiend. You can't go a day without staring at your phone screen. You can't go a day without getting caffeine. You can't go a day without Starbucks. You can't go a day without celebrity gossip. You can't go a day without seeking validation from those who don't even like you. But you want to judge someone who addicted to triple X. You want to judge someone who addicted to drugs. You want to judge someone who's addicted to alcohol. Who the fuck are you? We all struggling with something. You can't go a day without seeking validation from someone outside of yourself or the God you claim to believe in. But you want to criticize someone who struggles with drug addiction? You.
Good morning. Today I celebrate 7 years of continuous sobriety. That's crazy. I had planned to get all done up and cute and do a little photo shoot because 7 feels like a big year. I don't know, something about lucky number 7. But then it got chilly and gross here in Austin, and one thing about me is it's really hard to bring Patricia out when it's a little cold outside. So this is what we're working with. Freshly rolled out of the bed. I didn't even wash my face last night. And you know what? Progress, not perfection. Anyways, and furthermore, and in hindsight and in conclusion, I wanted to share this because I need you guys to understand that there was a point in my life where I could not go one singular minute without being high. Not one singular minute. I was in my active addiction for well over a decade, and I deeply believe that the sobriety and being happy without substances was never a thing. That was never a possibility for me. And here I am 7 years later, which is actually insane. That's a long ass time, dude. And people always ask me how I did it. And to this day, it's still a confusing thing for me because I truly never thought this was possible for me. I was very much blessed with the gift of desperation where I was literally gonna myself or die or attempt to get help. And I became willing by the grace of God because there was a lot of times where I thought I was willing and I wasn't. And I just hit my last bottom and I was like, all right, I'll do whatever, I'll surrender. I got a sponsor and I worked a 12-step program and I learned so much through that process and was able to heal myself and so many relationships through that, and then also help other people through that, which truly has been my life's purpose. I have discovered through that me helping others is what I am put on this planet for. I know that 12 steps isn't a route that everyone chooses to go, but that's just my personal journey. And I don't give a mother truck which route someone decides to take in their own sobriety journey. If it's working for you, I'm freaking proud of you because so many people do not make it out of this. I have lost count of the amount of people that I've lost along the way because of the disease of addiction. And I am just so grateful to be alive and be here and blessed with the opportunity that I can share my story and I can try to help as many people as I possibly can. So if you are struggling right now, I'm making this video for you. You are not alone. I know that sometimes it feels like you will never get out of that. I promise you that it is possible. You're not alone. Reach out to me, reach out to somebody. There is so much community in recovery. You just have to find it. Who would have thought a whole dope fiend's queen would literally be here with 7 years sober. That is a miracle, babe. That is. And if I can freaking do it, you can do it too.
If you have 1 day clean, I'm proud of you. If you have 1 hour clean, I'm proud of you. If you have 1 week, 1 month, 1 year, 10 years, however long that you have, you're trying to fight for your life, I understand the determination to fight back from everything and put yourself first and fight for your recovery. I know how hard that is. The feelings that you're feeling in the beginning that you're dealing with are some of the hardest, and it's where most of us fail. But I'm proud of you. I have come back from the depths of hell. An addiction so strong on my soul, on my spirit, on who I am as a person. I never thought I would come back. But life is good. I'm here. I believe in everybody that's fighting for your recovery, and you got to believe in yourself, because that's where it starts. Love yourself and know your worth, and know that the fight is worth it. So are you. Life is so good, man. I promise you. Keep fighting. Days get easier, but life gets better. I love you. We do recover.
I never met a drug addict in my life that didn't light a room up sober.
Recovery is probably one of the best things that's ever happened to me.
I'm happy skating, my passion is back, and all these neat things are happening.
I tried getting sober before.
I'm proud of your sobriety, and I'm proud of you too.
Yeah, I like meeting people that are in recovery.
You can just stop. It's easy, isn't it?
I just needed to focus on nothing but staying sober in recovery.
You would have counted me out.
Every drug addict isn't just a waste of time.
No one that's not an addict is going to understand this.
I had been sober before that, and then just one day you slip and then you get behind the wheel.
But you're sober. Who cares? Guess what? I do.
You know, I've become accustomed to having a drink.
Substance abuse has done nothing but try to ruin my life, and I was letting it control me for all those years.
Fear was a big motivator in that for me. Losing my family, that was the bottom I hit.
There's a trigger right there.
Willingness. He got sober because he wanted to get sober.
I used to walk in way worse weather than this to go comp, so why can't I walk in this type of weather for my recovery?
All that work, and what did it get me?
Remember this about your mom. Never allow the world to make you think that the one person that's on your team is against you. Your mom has a tough job. She will be your worst nightmare, but your greatest gift at the same time. She'll believe in you, she'll push you, she'll tell you how much she loves you, she'll annoy you, she'll get you mad, but she'll be your greatest gift. But at the same time, she's the most annoying person in your life. She's the only person in your life that's pushing you, that's checking up on you, and very easily you can get confused there and think that that person's against you. And sometimes the world can make you think that. Never go against the one person that has nothing in it for them. Look at your life. Look at the people around you. Look at everything that's going on. You got one person in your life that is living their life for you, and that's your mom. Don't let the world let you forget about that person. Hold on to their advice, hold on to their truth, and I promise you, they get you.
So I'm sitting there, my mind tried to tell me, because it speaks for itself. Do you remember how it felt to get high? Now what I need to remember how I felt to get high for, and I'm 2 years and 6 months clean. That makes absolutely no sense. I had to check that thought. Because if I sit there and I try to romance it long enough, I make it look good to myself. Yeah, because it ain't going to show me the bad times, it's going to want to show me the good. So I don't need to remember how it felt to get high. I remember the end of how it felt when after I got high. I remember that. I can remember being broke and homeless and not being able to buy me nothing to eat. Yeah, I remember that. I remember when God spoke to me after they gave me that fentanyl and I crashed out. Yeah, I remember that. I remind myself of the bad times. That's what I do, because the good times done passed away, man. It wasn't nothing good about getting high. The disease of addiction is powerful, it's cunning, and it's baffling, but I got a God who's almighty. Come on now. I serve a God who's almighty, who had the power over that fentanyl. I've learned not to just serve God in the good times. The good times, I'm real grateful. I got all this gratitude. And then as soon something happened that causes me to doubt my God, who I'ma believe in, who I'ma trust in. Is I'ma trust in that situation, or is I'ma trust in my God? So I want the results of being clean. Or if you relapse, welcome back. If you new, welcome. If you back off a relapse, welcome. If you out there and you relapse and you still are welcome. Your process is your process. It's enough when you say that it's enough. Your bottom can stop anytime you stop digging. But this is about being able to identify with how I feel. This is about not letting problems and situations become more important than what it is God has called me to do. God can't reward me with what he want me to have if I'm ungrateful for what I already got. Come on now, somebody out there. Yeah, this is an inside job, man. But we gotta get excited about recovery, because everybody don't get this chance. We gotta get motivated when it comes down to recovery. It's a fire inside of me that's been lit and that's burning, man. And I wanna share that with you guys. You ain't alone in this thing no more. I know that if I could do it, man, guess what, man? And you can do it too. You is not alone when it comes down to this recovery thing. You is not alone when it came down to the things that happen to you in active addiction. Somebody that experienced that. Somebody that went through that and made it through that and could tell you how you can make it through. Help becomes available when I reach out and I ask for it. So just for today, man, you had your amazing day. And when that disease try to remind you of who you used to be, you tell them thank you for sharing. But I'm not that person no more. I'm a child of the Most High God. Today I'm going to do what God has called me to do, and that's to be great.
So there's a really ugly side to the sobriety community that I want to address today because I'm feeling a little spicy. And honestly, I feel like somebody has to say it. There is no right way, one size fits all path of sobriety. Getting sober and staying sober. And if you're in that line of thinking, I need you to get off your high horse for a minute. And instead of like attacking and judging people for what they did do or didn't do, why can't we just celebrate the fact that we are sober, period? Some people go to programs, some people go to rehab, some people use therapy, some people use psychedelics, some people use none of that, some people relapse, some people are California sober. And it is absolutely insane to me that as people in the sobriety community, we have the audacity to think that the way that we did it is the one and only way that everybody else has to do it. Because we all know being sober is not like the easiest thing ever. And so why would we make it harder on each other? Why would we try to devalue or discount somebody else's journey because it's not what we personally agree with? It honestly sometimes makes me feel like it's politics, where there's all this division and attacking the other. And if you're not in exact alignment with me, then you're fucking wrong. Like, I will literally have people come on my page and say the only way to get sober is AA, which is kind of crazy to me because I'm like, well, I'm here, right? Well, first of all, it's my page, so chill the fuck out. But second of all, I'm here. I'm 5.5 years sober. Never stepped foot in an AA meeting. So are you saying that my experience is not valid? That my sobriety is not real because I didn't do it the way that you wanted me to do it? If you go to anybody's page that is in sobriety and sharing their journey or speaking their truth, you will find these people in the comments, no matter which stance they have. There will always be people with opposing views and the fucking audacity to go on their page and shit on their journey. And I want to bring this to light because I want this to be a conversation. The high horse, one size fits all in sobriety, it scares people away. It discourages people that are already in it. And honestly, it makes sober people look like assholes. So can we just stop? It's hard enough as it is. I'd love to hear in the comments if you have any experience with this. And I promise you on this page, you will not have that energy ever. I don't give a fuck what you had to do to get sober. I'm just proud of you.
Skin was showing, hot night wind was blowing. Where you think you're going, baby?
You done showed them to the right page. I'ma just give you 15. To suppress evildoers and return evil to those who have injured you, Psalms 109. When suffering injustice, Psalms 52. To suppress a liar, Psalms 58. Still the voice of rumor mongers, Psalms 12. To repel those with wicked objectives, Psalms 70. For protection from vengeful plots, Psalms 101. For protection against family disloyalty, Psalms 27. Friends have betrayed you, Psalms 41. To subdue those who attack you, Psalms 28. A cry of distress and imprecations on adversaries, Psalm 69. Revenge against enemies, Psalms 54. To reduce the power of an enemy, Psalms 9. For protection against lying lips, Psalms 140. Protection against secret enemies, Psalm 64. To overcome those who plot against you, Psalms 80. Thank me later.
This is the shit that spiritual people will not tell you. You do not need those crystals, that manifestation journal they trying to sell you, or any of those consultations. If you struggling with your mental health, do not do no type of drug. I don't give a fuck if it's natural. It might be a medicine, but not all medicines are intended for everybody. Taking care of your body is one of the most spiritual things you can do. If you're struggling to find a place to start there. Being alone is just as important as being with people. And then silence is just as important as socializing. Self-care cannot be bought. And can't nobody tell you what self-care is for you. So if it is for you, buying shit, what I just said. If you don't love yourself, it's very hard to receive love from other people. So that might be the first journey you want to embark on. You learn to love yourself by doing difficult shit that you really don't want to do. That's like working out, drinking water, eating right, cutting off bad people. That shit that's just like a bummer, that's real self-love. AKA taking care of your body and then your mind and then your spirit. The bad is just as important as the good because they don't exist without one another. Healing don't exist until you coexist with the bad that lives inside of you. Oh, another thing, healing and spirituality kind of go hand in hand. Typically, when you go on one journey, you realize that shit the same thing. Religion is not the devil. People's egos is the real problem. Even through ego death, your ass still got an ego. Sometimes you have to do the wrong thing to know what the right thing is. Nobody can tell you how to live your life. The choice is yours. If you take care of yourself and you prioritize embodying love, all the answers will come to you. Gee, shit, you ain't gotta look for none of the answers. They just magically appear. You on the right track. You got this shit. Mwah.
Yeah, you bleed just to know you're alive. When
You see, the underdog story is the realest story there is. Because when you come from nothing, you appreciate everything. You hustle different, you love different, and you lead different. So today, I want you to do 3 things. Stay humble. Never forget where you came from. Stay hungry. Keep that fire in your soul. And stay true. Always be real with yourself and the world. Because the world don't need no more copies. It need originals. And trust me, ain't nobody else that can do what you do like you do.
Because you're feeling emotional, but sweetheart, you're facing your demons. That absolutely takes strength. And that doesn't mean that you're a weak person, because weak people don't face their demons, they pretend that they're not there. They avoid doing any of the work that you are currently doing. You're not weak just because you're emotional. That's just being human. You're showing the kind of strength that most people don't have. So keep moving forward and don't give.
Stay away from motherfuckers who always in drama. Every time you turn around, it's something. They arguing, they beefing, they falling out with somebody. If it ain't peaceful around them, safe around them, and they messing with everybody else, you best believe your name in that mix too. See, I don't trust a motherfucker who can't stay low. Always in the middle of some shit. Always got a story to tell. Always got somebody's name in their mouth. That energy, contagious. That drama follows them. They ain't letting that shit follow me. I don't move like that. I move quiet, smart, and peaceful. Stay over there with that messy shit.
We don't fail the system. We don't fail the clients. What we want to do differently is we want to put the clients first. TJ and I last night went to our detox residential and we were staying there till 10:30 last night, just hanging out with the clients. Took a bunch of candy, some Mountain Dew, and hung out with them. We sat there and talked together afterwards, and while they smoked cigarettes, we smoked a cigar outside in the patio with them. And just good client care. Again, who does that? Not many people I know anymore. We really, really try to meet the clients where they're at. And I think that's a big part of what we do as an agency.
You know that feeling when you're like so lost and you're just so confused and you're just so drained and you're tired and you just don't know if things are gonna be okay because you're not okay. And you start distancing yourself from your friends and your family. And it's not because you don't love them, it's just because you don't want to put all that pressure on them. You don't want to be a burden to them because they're going to ask you if you're okay. And you're going to lie and you're going to tell them yes, but deep down inside, you want to tell them the truth. But you don't want to even be in that position. I hate that feeling. Because I have that feeling like 3-4 times a week. And I just wish that that feeling would just go away permanently. Because it's draining. We gotta take a deep breath and be like, it's gonna all be okay. And that's real.
We're addicts in recovery. We're gonna tell you to pray about it.
We're addicts in recovery. We're gonna love you until you can love yourself. We're addicts in recovery. We're gonna have a co-occurring disorder.
We're gonna be the black sheep of the family.
We're addicts in recovery. We're gonna get pregnant in our first year of sobriety. We're gonna cop a resentment. We're gonna need dental work.
We're addicts in recovery. We're gonna have a weird 55-year-old ex-boyfriend.
We're gonna think we're terminally unique.
We're gonna quote the big book.
We're gonna try getting sober in NA and then realize it doesn't work. But we're gonna go back for the boys.
We're gonna work at a rehab. We're gonna be codependent.
We're in recovery. We're gonna have nerve damage. We're addicts, so we're gonna be gay for the stay.
We're addicts. We're gonna tell you what step we're on. We're addicts in recovery.
We're gonna have euphoric recall.
We're gonna have a toxic relationship.
We're gonna be on probation. You're gonna be our co-defendant.
We're gonna tell you to keep it simple. Do you have a sponsor?
You have a sponsor, right?
Because I'm temporary sponsoring and I could totally be your sponsor. We're gonna be against Matt, and then we're gonna realize that harm reduction saves lives.
We're gonna start having orgasms again, and then we're gonna get on antidepressants and stop.
We're gonna have sex for the very first time without drugs or alcohol, and it's gonna be fucking weird.
We're gonna come in with a pack of guy friends.
We're gonna say, oh, I just get along better with guys.
We're gonna have a bunch of guys from rehab and think that they're just our really close friends and not realize that they actually want to fuck us.
We're addicts in recovery. We're gonna tell war stories.
We're addicts. We're gonna have hepatitis C.
Let me hold the corn. We're addicts in recovery. We're gonna get piercings instead of deal with our feelings. And tattoos.
We're addicts. We're gonna have a traumatic pet story.
We're start pooping again. We're gonna get our periods. We're addicts.
We're gonna get a skincare routine.
We're gonna be concerned about the ingredients in our food when we used to shoot puddle water. Addicts in recovery.
We're addicts in recovery. We're gonna be driving down Aurora and then see the guy that we used to share a tent with.
We're going to point out every time we drive through our old stomping grounds. This is where I use drugs.
We're gonna let you know when our stripper song comes on the radio.
We're gonna have a stripper name.
It's gonna be Amber.
We're gonna say, no thank you, I'm sober, when we're offered alcohol.
We're addicts in recovery. We're gonna think we have track marks even if we don't.
No matter how many years it's been, we're still gonna pay attention to our veins.
We're gonna like getting our blood drawn.
We have so many amends that we're gonna be making them until we die.
Addicts in recovery. We're gonna rebuild our credit by getting a secured credit card.
Are you happy today?
Am I happy today? You know, there's like that saying, I wouldn't trade my best days using for my worst days sober. And, I think that's true. I have been rocketed into a way of living I didn't know was possible, and I kind of feel like the word happy doesn't describe it accurately, because it's not about being necessarily happy.
Yeah.
Right? It's because happiness comes and goes.
Right.
And in sobriety, I have hard days, I have bad days, I have sad days, I have happy days. I have days where I'm unbelievably grateful, and I have days where I'm like, oh my God, poor me.
Yeah.
Right? But I live in a state of being today that is radically different. It feels like I'm living in an alternate universe, right? From the one I lived before. And to me, that is a new freedom that I cannot describe with the word happiness, right? It's so much bigger than that.
Yeah.
You begin to wonder why you came. Where did I go wrong? I lost a friend somewhere along in the bitterness, and I would have stayed up with you all night had I known how to save a life.
Remember this about your mom. Never allow the world to make you think that the one person that's on your team is against you. Your mom has a tough job. She will be your worst nightmare, but your greatest gift at the same time. She'll believe in you, she'll push you, she'll tell you how much she loves you, she'll annoy you, she'll get you mad, but she'll be your greatest gift. But at the same time, she's the most annoying person in your life. She's the only person in your life that's pushing you, that's checking up on you, and very easily you can get confused there and think that that person's against you. And sometimes the world can make you think that. Never go against the one person that has nothing in it for them. Look at your life. Look at the people around you. Look at everything that's going on. You got one person in your life that is living their life for you, and that's your mom. Don't let the world let you forget about that person. Hold on to their advice, hold on to their truth, and I promise you, they get you.
Where I was in rehab, when a counselor said something to me that didn't rub me the right way. They said, you don't just get sober because you're going to have a better life. You get sober because you never have to live in a repetitive, boring loop that's taking everything away from you ever again. And I was feeling sassy and in my feelings because I was going through detox, and I said, oh yeah? Tell me I'm not going to have to get up early morning and work every day. Tell me I'm not going to have to pay taxes, clean my gutters, and be part of all those cycles. Getting sober doesn't get me away from repetitive and boring cycles. It takes away the one thing that I have to escape that. But today, 8 years sober, taking my beautiful son and my dog on a walk, I do this repetitive cycle 3 times a day with my dog. I still pay my taxes. I still go to work. I've been working ever since I got sober. And yeah, those are repetitive cycles, but they're cycles in which I am free. And I don't have the obligation to stay at my job if I don't want to. I don't have the obligation to take in the same route when I walk my dog and my son every time, because I have the freedom of no longer being chained to a chemical that dictates the way I live and suffer in those dark cycles.
Hi guys, today's 30 days. I got through my first 30 days. Whoa. I'm actually really happy right now. 30 days for me is a celebration. I've never was able to get through 30 days long at all. I'm really happy right now. I feel good. I feel blessed. I got some sleep last night. 30 days, that's from where I came from. It's amazing, you know, like I just feel so different. I feel healthier. I feel alive. Like I feel like I can conquer anything. But yeah, 30 days today. I'm smiling and I can't stop smiling. I want to cry. I've cried already. I'm not gonna cry in here because I think I've cried enough with you guys. Yeah, I think I've cried enough with you guys. I am gonna post. I post that one craziness of myself periodically, just to remind myself what the fuck I look like, so I'll never go back again. It was pretty crazy looking, right, guys? So I'm gonna post it again, but it's for me, and I know it's embarrassing, but it helps me to stay strong. And man, this app and you guys have helped me cope with my first 30 days, and I am so excited, and I'm blessed, and I thank you guys all for your support. It's amazing the support that this TikTok app has for us in addiction. It's amazing. We're a very strong community. We're some badasses, right? We've been through shit. We're some badasses. Give ourselves a pat on the back here. So yeah, I'm gonna post the that crazy video again. I'm in the car because I'm with my grandkids today and it's pretty loud, so I wouldn't be able to do a video, and the lighting isn't very good. But I did want to come on here and thank you for all your support. Your amazing support means a lot to me. It's like, damn, like through the whole night I hear you guys, and I see your texts, or when I'm having a bad day, you know, I feel like I'm no longer a prisoner. I am no longer a prisoner to that drug, you know. And for my connect that I know you're watching, I don't need you. Stop bugging me. Fuck off. So you guys all have a blessed day, all right? And I love you, and we got this, guys. We got this, right? All right, bye.
Because I had to understand that addiction ran much deeper than the drugs I used. When I got clean and was abstinent from drugs and alcohol, I was still left with this huge spiritual void inside of me. I was still left with this emptiness. My recovery, right? My recovery is about my ideas, my attitudes, my behaviors, my thinking patterns, my self-doubt, my self-hatred, my depression, my anxiety. And if I'm not doing anything to combat that, then I will almost for sure run back to the familiar ways of my addiction. You know, I think surviving addiction, even for a brief moment, is such a miracle, because the way I look at it, if you were ever in a position where you truly had to fight for your life, it makes everything else you go through seem just that much easier to deal with.
Listen to this. If you love somebody who is an addict, you will not get them sober. You will not get this person sober. If they're a child, if they're your husband, if they're your wife, if they are parents, you're not going to get them sober. You have to know the difference between enabling and supporting, and you yourself will not be able to get them sober because they can let you down. You can hurt them. There is so much there. They are too close to you. Now, you can get their asses to rehab, and you can be their supporting factor and their cheerleader and fucking get them in front of as many people as they can to find that right person that maybe will connect with them, that will maybe help them. They have to hit rock bottom. They have to hit to the point that they want to get sober. They have to want to. And they're not going to want to. It is a fight. It's hard for us as an addict just to hit rock bottom. Believe me, it took me 13 years of trying to get sober to finally fucking get sober, relapse after relapse after relapse. And it's not because I didn't want to, it's because of what addiction truly is. And it doesn't make sense to non-addicts. And I will tell you this, when it comes to addiction, of why you can't get them sober is an addict loves you, but they love drugs more. They will always love drugs more than their children, their job, their family, everybody. Why? Because drugs complete them. Drugs don't lie to them. They can control, and they know what drugs are going to make them feel. It will never attack them. It will never bring them down inside. It will never be passive aggressive to them. It will never ever let them down, is what they truly believe. And they believe and trust in drugs. That when they use it, that it may be a little, it may be a lot, but it is going to give them the desired effect always that they're looking for. And that is all of a sudden the obsession, the love with an addict and their drug of choice. And you are not stronger than that. An addict now hitting rock bottom, burning their life down around them, and finally waking up one day realizing that they are alone, that they are broken, that nobody is there for them, that they have lost all their jobs, that they can't get a fucking job, that their life is continually crumbling, and they start to reach out for help, is when you help them get help. You don't take it on yourself. Get them in front of people, because a third party that is not judgmental, that doesn't know them, but will be there for them and help them through it, is what they'll listen to. They will listen to a stranger more than they will you, because they're too close to you. So get them in front of those people. Know what the difference between enabling and supporting is, because that is key in getting an addict clean. When they want to get clean, you have a small window. Get them into fucking rehab. Get them into rehabs as many times as you need to. Be there for them, cheer them on. But that is your role. And believe me, it's an important role. And in the end, they're going to look at you and fucking thank you. And they're going to believe it was all you who did it. They don't realize what their obsession truly was. I got sober 7/25/17. I share a lot of my experiences. I share a lot of what I've been through, because I know what it's like to be an addict. I know what it's like to be alone. I know what it's like to burn down my world. I know what it's like to keep burning it down. And for the ones that are fighting right now, I believe in you. It does get better. It is worth it. It's one day at a time. Don't ever give up, because it can be painful. It can be hard, but it can be fucking worth it. And it will be. I promise you that.
I'm getting rid of my drug drugs today, and maybe it's something I should have done earlier, but if I'm being so honest, I'm not ready to stop doing them yet. The only reason I stopped doing them this time was because I made a commitment to my friend that they could stay with me, but I know that they're gonna be leaving soon, and there's a part of me that thinks that once they leave, I don't really have a reason to be sober anymore, and that part scares me. I feel like I have one foot in the light and one in the dark right now, and the one that's in the light needs to do everything that it can to pull the other one over. So even though I don't necessarily feel ready to be sober again, I know that the perfect circumstances are not going to arrive, but I have been blessed with an opportunity that's gotten me sober this time. And there's a larger part of me that knows that I want to live a long, happy, healthy, sober, good life. And that part needs to optimize this little opportunity. So I'm gonna break my pipes and I'm gonna put the drugs that I have in here. I am not doing this for me right now. I'm doing this for future me. Period. Now let's try this again, bitch.
I can't do it no more. I should know better by now. I'd rather die than come sick. Gabby, I'm so sorry.
Why is it so far though? Zoom.
No, don't zoom. We'll just come closer. No.
Okay, friends. I just had one of my followers leave a comment on one of my posts that says, how can you help someone with their recovery? It caught me off guard, at first. I had to think about it, like, what I was going to reply back to her. I'm not sure if they're in recovery. You just got to be there for them. And I mean, if it's somebody that's needing to take that step to get recovery, get on Google, and look for your recovery houses near you. Your sobriety houses. Check yourself into one of those recovery programs. They will help you. They'll help you, get jobs. They'll help you get a place to live. Some of them help you get a vehicle if you don't have a vehicle. And they have so many great programs. And I mean, there are so many people there that are truly there, that's their passion, that's their love. They love to help people in recovery. Oh my God, and it's already 1 minute, 15 seconds. Anyways, if y'all are in recovery, leave a comment down below. How you got started. How did you get your recovery? I had a traumatic accident, not traumatic, but it was very scary. And that's how because I hit my rock bottom. That's how I got my recovery. I truly hit my rock bottom. But yeah, leave a comment. How y'all, how would you tell someone, to help them get into recovery, to start their recovery journey? All right, I love you. Bye.
I asked my doctor to give me something that helped me feel how I feel with alcohol so I can stop drinking alcohol. And she fucking laughed at me. So, I am going to tell you guys what I have learned about how to get the feelings of alcohol without drinking alcohol. Because we can all agree alcohol ain't the answer. It's just a temporary solution. But it ain't the answer. So to know and to understand why alcohol works so well, it calming you down, helping you regulate your emotions, it kills your anxiety, it makes you super social, you don't talk to nobody, and now you the life of the party. We're gonna need to learn these 4 words. So the words are glutamate, dopamine, GABA, and your heart rate variability. First things first, GABA. GABA, when you drink, it goes up. And GABA is your inhibitory neurotransmitter. So GABA is the thing that calms you down. When you drink, you have an influx of GABA. That's number 1. When you drink any type of alcohol, the neurotransmitter glutamate goes down. So remember, GABA, it's your chill. The chill goes up, and the glutamate is like your excitatory neurotransmitter. And it goes down. So your chill goes up and your crazy, I can't handle this shit, your anxiety goes down. Your excitability goes down. GABA and glutamate. third is dopamine. Everybody knows dopamine. Think about when you eat your favorite food, that feeling you get, that satisfaction. I think the satiety, whatever. Like you're, oh my God, this is so good. That happy feeling, that pleasure feeling, that motivation feeling. You get an influx of that, like way more than normal. Way more than normal dopamine. So now you got the calm GABA, keeping you chill. You got the decrease of the glutamate, which usually has you amped up and on edge. And then you got an increase of dopamine, which is your motivation and pleasure. So when I say, or when y'all say, when we say I'm feeling good off the alcohol, you're literally feeling really fucking good. Like chemically, you are literally feeling great. And the third one I just want to throw in there is your heart rate variability, because I've read everything I'm telling y'all is what I've read. It loosens up your heart muscle and your heart rate variability, so you feel more in tone with your body. That's just literally what alcohol does. So not only do you feel good, like you could jump off a building, don't do that, but you feel more in your body, as opposed to some of us, like me, I'm always out of my body. I'm always taking in other people's frequencies and energy and shit. When I drink, I'm in my body. So y'all understand, I need y'all to understand, when you say I feel good, I feel more connected, I feel happier drinking alcohol, you're not lying. You physiologically, neurochemically, you really fucking do. And I'm going to do a part 2 to tell you guys, okay, now this is why when you stop drinking, what happens to those chemicals and why the anxiety is 10 times worse the next day. I'm talking about like laying on the floor, crying to God, taking cold showers, saying you're never going to drink again, after you just had that upcharge of all those neurotransmitters. I'm gonna do a part 2, but hopefully you guys understand. GABA, glutamate, heart rate variability, and dopamine. That is why you feel amazing when you drink alcohol, and it only takes 1 or 2 shots. Also, to the like 1 or 2 shots things, it only takes 1 or 2 shots, because have y'all ever seen a fucking pill? They're tiny. It takes like less than nothing to alter the neurochemicals in your brain. But for anybody who's ever wondered, why the fuck do I come alive when I drink? This is why. And more than likely, if you're anything like me, before I started drinking, I was deficit as fuck in the GABA, and my glutamate was too fucking high, which is why I'm always on edge. And then my dopamine I feel like has been historically low since inception. So when people self-medicate, and I'm saying I drink alcohol, if you understood like the chemical balances and shit, you could understand like you can get a false hit of that shit from alcohol. So I'm gonna do a part 2 to make you guys understand, okay, well now you know why it gets you up and why you feel good. Now let's talk about how it comes down. And then part 3, I'm gonna talk about how you can do this without the alcohol. So, okay.
Hi, my name is Ty and I'm an addict. I know it's weird coming from TikTok, but I don't care, because I need this for myself. It has been so rough. I'm not gonna lie, there's so many relapses that I've done, but I'm finally fed up with everything. I am so tired of doing the same shit over and over again and not getting anywhere. I'm finally done with that. I want a beautiful life managed in a beautiful way. And I say that because I live this life and I'm doing it all in the wrong way. And I don't need that. My drug of choice is something that a lot of people don't think is an addiction, and it is. But it's a big, rough path I'm taking, but I'm willing to take it one step at a time. You know, being that newcomer, I've still been that newcomer for a while, but I want to achieve more than I've done before. Every time I've relapsed, I've been this weird person every time, but it doesn't make me who I am. I want to be free from all of this. I am an addict. I am ready to change, and I am ready to be free from any of this. Despite having a disease, that shit can go away, man. I don't want that no more. And I'm gonna do better. I'm gonna make my meetings, and I'm going to keep praying for myself. I love me. I love everything that I do in my life. I love being a barber. And that's the one thing that I've been wanting to do for my whole entire life. And I finally am. But I gotta make my meetings, I gotta make my steps, and I gotta do the work. That is my biggest struggle, because I don't like to do things that I need to do. I just want to go do things that I want to do. And I can't do that no more. I am an addict. I will always be an addict. There's a lot of things that change your life, good and bad, but I want to pick the good. I don't want the bad no more. And if I can do it, you can do it. Because I believe in myself just as much as I believe you.
You ever just sit still and feel it hit you, that wave of parent guilt? You're back in your kid's life now, you're clean, you're showing up, but the memories, they don't always leave. The things we did in active addiction and the time we lost, it sticks. Even on good days, that shame can creep in. Like, did I ruin something in them, or how do I make this right? I've asked myself these questions too, over and over. But here's what I've learned. Guilt will keep us stuck in yesterday. But acceptance lets us move forward. No, we can't undo the pain. We can't erase the past, but we can show up today. And we can be consistent and honest and present and loving. That's what they need. They don't need perfect parents. They need healed ones. And healing doesn't mean forgetting what we did. It means choosing every single day to do better. So if you're a parent in recovery and that guilt still eats at you, know this. You are not what you did. You're what you do now. If this spoke to you, drop a comment. Tell me how you're showing up for your kids today. Even if it's just showing up, that matters. You're not alone, and I'm proud of you. If you're struggling out there, please reach out for some help. My name's Nick from Everyday Recovery, and I'm an addict. Peace.
Tough time never lasts. Only tough people last.
I threw that one in there. Because, you know, this was a pretty heavy video. And so I just kind of wanted to lighten up the mood a little bit and leave you guys on a good note. So, when you drop your clean dates in the comments on the next video, I am going to give shout outs. So drop yours in there and you might be one of the ones in the next video to get a shout out. So anyways, thank you for tuning in to Lady Boss Energy, the channel where our vibrations are high, our attitudes are positive, and kindness flows effortlessly. I'll see you guys on the next one. Bye.